Hey everyone, welcome back to my channel. Welcome to today's video. This is going to be a really exciting one. Very excited for this video because we're doing a full face of like beauty YouTuber favorites. These are recent favorites from beauty YouTubers that they have mentioned recently, or I picked some things that like beauty YouTubers are constantly raving about, constantly mentioning in their videos, and I compiled like a list of their favorite products. So if you guys like unfiltered makeup opinions and honest reviews, subscribe and we're gonna get into this video. All right, so we're going to start off with the first thing, and that is obviously primer. And in a recent drugstore #1 video, Kelly Gooch featured this primer, and it is also one of my favorite primers, and it is the Power Gripping Primer from e.l.f. This is like one of those sticky makeup primers. If you want your makeup to like grip to your face, this is the primer for you. Like, look at this. It's like insanely grippy. If you don't want your makeup to budge, you want it to last all day, this is the primer that you should go with. It retails for $10. Every single time I wear this primer, I can tell the difference between, when I do wear it and when I don't wear it. And my makeup just clings to my face and it doesn't budge at all. It is such a great, very like sticky, grippy primer, and it is one of my favorites. It is so beautiful. For our foundation, we're going to be using the Stay Naked foundation from Urban Decay. This is also another favorite of Kelly Gooch's, and she actually recently mentioned this in a video of like, I hope they're not discontinuing it because this is one of her absolute favorite foundations. I have the shade 40 CP. I actually did do like a speed review of this foundation. I absolutely love this foundation. The shade that I have is a little bit dark for me, but when I purchased it, it was actually on sale through Sephora for $10. Now it's back up to $40. And I was thinking, oh, maybe they're like discontinuing it. So I really wanted to try it. And I got the shade 40 CP. It was the closest one that I could find that matched my skin tone. So it's a cool, fair skin tone. But this one's just a little bit dark for me. As you can tell, it's just a little bit dark. But when I start getting a tan in the summer from like, mowing the grass and everything, we should be good to go. It should not be like that dark. Like it's already actually, I have got a little bit of a tan going on already. I was like, oh, this is just gonna look so bad because I'm so pasty pale. But I already have a little bit of a tan going. And you can tell like on my neckline, it's a little bit different. But overall, like this shade it's a pretty good shade match for me when I do get a tan in the summertime. I like that it's very like lightweight feeling. It looks dewy on the skin and it's got a medium coverage and it's just very skin-like. That is one of the reasons why I decided to pick it up, is because Kelly kept raving about it, kept raving about it. Ironically, this foundation really reminds me of another foundation that I just shared over on my Instagram, and it is the dewy version of the Maybelline Fit Me. Like this foundation 100% reminds me of the Stay Naked foundation. And while I got the Stay Naked foundation at a $10 price point when it was on sale through Sephora, it is actually a $40 foundation. The Fit Me foundation is like a $6 foundation. So if you missed the opportunity to get that foundation at $10, I definitely recommend the Dewy foundation because from Fit Me, like from the Maybelline line, it is so good. Although it's not a cruelty-free option, and just keep that in mind if you only use cruelty-free product. It's such a beautiful, natural looking finish to my skin. Like I don't look like I'm wearing any makeup at all, and that's what I love about the Stay Naked foundation. It just looks so dewy, so glowy, so natural. And now we're gonna go in with this concealer. This is the Superstay Activewear Concealer from Maybelline. This is an Angelica Nyqvist favorite, and she was saying that she just loves the lightweight qualities of this concealer. This is actually one of my favorite concealers because of how lightweight it is. And the reformulated foundation of this, the Superstay, is amazing. And I really think Angie was like spot on when she recommended this and said it was one of her favorites because it's just such a beautiful, lightweight, medium coverage concealer. And it's just, oh, it's so beautiful. And it just looks so skin-like. Like, I do have the shade 10, so it's a little bit lighter on me, but it just very subtly, like, you know, creates a really nice under eye. For bronzer, this is a new one that I have not featured yet on my channel, and I have a full, like, spoiler alert, I do have a review coming of this brand, but this is a favorite of Jen Phelps Beauty. She said that this is a very similar consistency, look, and feel of a Charlotte Tilbury cream bronzer, and it is the Makeup Academy bronzer, and I have the shade bronzed, or I'm sorry, I have the shade Butterscotch. This is just a cream bronzer, so I'm going to take a beauty blender and dip in, and we're going to apply this to the face. Now, Jen Phelps said that this is a lot like a Charlotte Tilbury cream bronzer, if I remember correctly, and not the glow light ones, but like her pan formula of bronzer. And Butterscotch is the shade that I do have, so it's for like lighter complexions. And this just like goes on your skin so seamlessly and so effortlessly. It's just absolutely beautiful. It doesn't cling to anything weird or like dry patches, and it's just like natural, glowy, dewy. Like, it's just such a beautiful formula. I cannot get enough of this. Like, this bronzer is so beautiful. And for setting powder, I also have another favorite from Kelly Gooch. Kelly Gooch had quite a few in this video, but I have the e.l.f. Halo Glow setting powder. I think the one that she usually mentions, it has a black top. This one has a pink top, and I tried looking for the other version, and I'm wondering if they just repackaged. But this is a very similar formula to the Bare Minerals, like Mineral Veil, and I do have that one as well. But I wanted to mention this one because it's a really great, like, affordable option if you're looking for a really nice smoothing setting powder. Finely milled, doesn't like settle into anything weird, and it's at an affordable drugstore price point of like $9, I want to say. Now for blush, I wanted to pull out this one. This is the new Pure Nude Baked Blush, and Amanda from Makeup Just for Fun raves about these blushes. I actually have the shade 08 Berry Cheeks. I wanted something like a little bit darker, and I don't know why. It's you know, we're close to summer, and I wanted something a little bit dark. So let's pat this bad boy in. I've actually never like tried this, so I don't really know. Overall, like, I love Essence's products. They're beautiful. Like, I love their soft matte blushes. Like, those are just so beautiful. This one is a $6 blush, I believe, and I did do like a shorts video to try and see if it was like comparable to the bronzer from Bare Minerals, because this would be a great alternative. The color is definitely not a match though, because like this is way too dark. But I really like that formula, really easy to blend out, super pigmented. Like, I look like I just got a lot of sun. I just got a lot of sun. Yeah. That's just really beautiful, skin-like. Like, it's not texturizing anything at all. It just looks so airbrushed and beautiful. That is a great product. For highlights, we're going to open up my Ofra highlight. This is the one that is in collaboration with Samantha March. It's the Start Inspired highlighter, and this is one of Samantha March's favorite highlighters. I had to pull it out. I actually purchased this one off of her recommendation. She was like, if you're looking for a good, like, Ofra highlights are really good, then get this one. This one's my collab. And I love this one because it comes with two variations. You have a pink shade, and you also have like a cream almost champagne white shade. And you can dip into each one, or you can swirl your brush in to get kind of like a pinky, goldeny undertone of a highlight. And Ofra just has insanely pigmented and gorgeous highlights. Like, look how pretty that is. My skin looks very like wet. It looks wet. This highlighter, you can go really, really over the top, or you can actually dull it down, kind of like what I did, and it looks a little bit more natural and wet on the skin. Sometimes I'll spray a setting spray first and then put it on if I want something that's like really, really like amped up for the highlight, but that I haven't really been into lately. I typically use just a brush, diffuse it out really, really, really a lot because I don't want like strobe highlight on my face anymore. All right, we're going to use the Make It Last from Milani. This is actually the one with SPF 30 in it, and this was a recommendation from Jen Phelps. She was like, if you're looking for an SPF with 30 in it, get this one. It smells absolutely horrible. The Make It Last, the original formula, is like my favorite, and I picked up this one because I know that e.l.f. just released a sunscreen finishing spray, and I was like, I really don't want to spend like $15 on it. This one is a little bit less. I think it's like a $9 price point. It comes with an SPF 30, and I wanted to try that one. I've not actually sprayed it before. This is the first time trying it, and I don't like the smell at all. Like, ooh, it's a little bit bothersome, and my skin still feels like really dewy and hydrated, so I guess it does really give that. And I'll be able to like refresh my makeup throughout the day with an SPF, which is the point of purchasing that one. So then I'm also going to layer on top just the regular Make It Last. This one smells so much better. It is my favorite. It is so good. This is what the makeup is looking like so far. And it looks beautiful, stunning, just like airbrushed quality. Like I love it. It looks so pretty. I don't have any eyeshadow palettes that are like absolute favorites of creators. Okay, while I don't have a creator favorite, I have been dipping into the Yucca palette lately, and I am wearing this like camouflage Punisher t-shirt. Yes, I am a Marvel fan. I love Marvel. Marvel is like one of my favorites. So I do have the Yucca palette, and I am going to be using another favorite of Samantha March's, which is the Singe Beauty brushes. And we're going to play with the Yucca palette a little bit more. I do have on my channel a full like first impression and review, swatches, and also a 3 looks 1 palette that is coming. So stay tuned for that. But we're going to just use the Yucca palette, and we're going to use my Singe Beauty brushes. And these are just absolutely incredibly, the brushes are so beautiful. They are vegan, cruelty-free, so it means that the hairs are not made from animal hair. They're actually a synthetic hair, but you can't tell because the brush quality is just so beautiful. And ironically, I do have some like Sigma Beauty brush favorites from Kelly Gooch because I bought it from her favorites collection. And she had like the Enchanted with the like a couple of Sigma brushes. I don't think it's available anymore, but ironically, I will be using some of those as well, which are favorites from Kelly Gooch. So yes, yes, I will. But we're going to use the Yucca palette. I say Yucca because that's literally what it sounds like in my head every single time I talk about this palette. It's like Yucca, Yucca palette. We're going to do something a little bit more on the grungy, like dark side today. And I'm going to dip into Valley. And this is a just brown, warm leaning shade. And actually, the shade that I really want to use today is called Elysian, which is that like foily gray shade. And it's so pretty. Like, I love that shade. It is like the definition of grungy makeup to me. And I can't get enough of that shade. Did I say I was using the Singe EO3? Because that's what I'm using. Nice job, Staci. Nice job. It's a very simple eyeshadow look. We're going to do something grungy. So excited. We're going to take the EO2 from Singe Beauty, and we're going to use Flax, which is this shade right here. Now, a lot of creators have also mentioned this eyeshadow palette as like they were completely shocked by it. Angelica Nyquist has one, and I mean, I'm using her brushes, but I mean, this is actually a pretty fun palette to play with. It's like grungy greens. You can go neutral with it, but you can also go fun with it, which is the cool part about this palette is that the neutral shades aren't quite neutral. They're green. And so like if you are wanting to aim for something a little bit more neutral, it's going to be like a grungy green neutral. It's not going to be like a brown neutral look. All right, I'm going to take my Cinch Beauty EO1. This is one that I like to use to like pack on the foil, pack on like anything that's like really pigmented on my eye. And I'm going to be using my e.l.f. Glow Dewy Mist. This is like, I just pulled this out because I was like, oh yeah, that's a really good mist to wet your brush with because it has argan oil and coconut oil in it. And it really like moistens the brush and helps it really pick up that pigment really, really nicely. And it's like, look how it just picks it up so, so well. So we're going to put this shade just, you know, on my lid. We're going to see how this works. We're going to see if this is going to come out the way that I'm wanting it to come out. And I mean, I'm feeling a little bit of fallout, which I mean, even after wetting down my brush, I may still get a little bit of fallout, but the whole purpose is to like wet it down so I don't get as much fallout. But like, that's pretty. This is the shade called Elysian, and it's just, it is so pretty. Like it's just a grungy, very grungy shade. It's just so beautiful. So we're going to use my Sigma Switch. This is also another favorite of Samantha March's, and I love using it to just switch in between brushes because I still want to use my EO1, and I'm going to pack on a little bit of like on the inner corner. So we're going to wet down my brush again just because it's kind of lost a little bit of the wetness from packing on the other color. And I want to try using Camu on the inner corner, and I have done this before, like in my original video, my like review video, I put Camu here. But one thing I had noticed, like every single time I would put Camu on the inner corner, is that it would fade really, really fast. And I wasn't wetting down my brush when I would do some of the, like when I've been doing some of my looks with this palette. So I want to see if this is going to make a difference. And I am hoping it will because it was really just disappointing. Like halfway through the day, all of a sudden Camu was like not on my lids anymore. And I'm like, but this is supposed to be like, I want that pop of color. I want that green shade still to be there. So please just stay on my lid. I'm going to take the Cinch Beauty EO4 and we're going to still use Camu and we're just going to put it on the lower lash line. This is not going to be wet. I just want this to be more of a diffused like electric green on the lower lash line. I did something like this the other day. It was really pretty and it seemed to fade again really fast, and I'm thinking it's because it's such a light shade. It just fades fast, or it looks like it fades fast because it's such a light, almost neon pigment. But it's really cool on the under eye, and I want to wear like green colors to kind of match my camouflage punisher. So eyeshadow is complete. I'm just going to spray really fast with one of my favorite setting sprays, not just the Make It Last, but I have the Lasting Fix from Maybelline. This is one of my favorites. It actually does remind me a lot of MAC Fix Plus. And for lashes. For lashes, I'm going to be using the Lash Sensational Mascara. I just picked this one up. I went through my Milani Sky High Mascara, and I also went through my Telescopic Lift Mascara. I just did a like mascara speed review video, so I will link that for you. But I was like, I need to try another mascara. I do have a couple that are like OGs to me that are still like being used, like the Lash Princess one I just recently repurchased because it's just an OG one. But this is a favorite of Allie Glines. She uses this, I think, in every single video, and she gives me lash envy because her lashes are just like insane. So Here is the brush, and Allie Glines' lashes are just like I said, they're insane. And I can't believe like how beautiful her lashes are and how long they are. And I really wish, like, I wish I had lashes like that. So I was like, we gotta try the Lash Sensational Mascara. Maybe it'll do something for my lashes that like other things don't. Because every single time she puts this mascara on, she just looks like she has like fake lashes on because her lashes are just so beautiful. Again, like I said, I get lash envy from Allie Glines. I typically don't like curved wands like this, and this is kind of like a plastic wand, but I'm actually kind of finding it fits with like the curve of my lashes pretty well. So there's one coat. I mean, you can see my lashes. So there's coat number 2. I mean, it's looking pretty. They look fluffy, they look long. It does have a little bit of volume. And again, this is like a brand new tube, so like it's not going to be like it is pretty. So not bad at all. I can't wait to see what it looks like when it thickens up a little bit because this is just it does like I have 3 coats on my lashes. It's not balling at all, which is also good, but I'm very picky. I don't like it for the bottom lashes though. No. I feel like maybe there's a little bit of a learning curve to the bottom lashes because that just like smudged like all over, and I'm not a fan of that. So I'm going to take my lash stiletto. I love this for my lower lashes because it's just a very thin stiletto-y wand, and the formula is it's like on the thinner side, but it's great for your lower lashes. Okay. So this is the look so far. I don't have lips on, and to be honest, I think I'm just going to use the Fat Lip Drip Oil from NYX. I I just picked this up because I saw it was a lip oil, and it's a very affordable lip oil at that, and it's from the drugstore. Actually, I think everything in this video besides the eyeshadow is from the drugstore. Yes, it is. I just saw that NYX had like a lip oil. I wanted to try it out because lip oils are a huge thing. There's some other brands that have lip oils, but I was like, I'm not spending $30 on a lip oil. So I decided, okay, let's try the NYX one. And that one is like my go-to lip oil. It was very affordable. I think maybe $7 at the drugstore. For brows, I don't have anything. We're just using my Gimme Brow, and this is just one that I received in a BoxyCharm because BoxyCharm gave it to me, so I decided to use it. Here is the completed face with beauty YouTuber favorites. A lot of products that are all favorites of influencers here on YouTube. If you guys like this kind of content, leave me a comment down below. I hope you consider subscribing, and go check out the Yucca palette review that I have, and also the swatches and the 3 looks 1 palette that I have in that video. So I hope you guys go check out the Yucca review, the swatches, and everything like that. And I hope I get to see you in my next video. Bye!